Hi, this is Elliot Fishman, and I'm live. And where am I, you may ask? Uh, I'm at I'm in Lyon. I'm at the Intercontinental Lyon Hotel Du. Very nice place. It used to be a hospital. Doesn't look like a hospital, but it's very nice to be here. And I'm at a radiology meeting. Hope everybody's doing well. And I thought I would just share with you the question we've mentioned before about the challenges of radiology meetings coming back. This meeting is interesting. The meeting has attendees. I'm looking at the list right here, anywhere from Australia to Canada to Denmark to the United States. It's an excellent meeting for 5 days, and John uh, Pellerito from Northwell Health System is running the meeting. And I'm here with a number of faculty, a few people from Lyon and France, but Harpreet Beatty from BU and Suresh Mukherjee from University of Illinois, and Stacy Smith from Brigham and Women's in Boston, and Charlie White from across town. I have to go to France to see Charlie. We're about 3 miles apart. We have to travel about 20,000 miles or something like that to see each other. But nevertheless, we're all here. It's an interesting meeting. A meeting runs from 7:30 to 2 o'clock every day. It's a short coffee break in the middle for 15 minutes. And the thing that's interesting about it is each of us speak once every day. Tomorrow I speak twice. And I guess I moderate a couple days like tomorrow. And I guess I could leave from the meeting when I finish my talk or come late when I'm speaking later in the day. But I've been there at 7:30 and I've left at 2. And it's given me the opportunity to hear a lot of lectures. Now, of course, Charlie White is chest, so his talks on PE, on high risk lung, on pleural disease, lung cancer screening, all are things that impact me every day in my practice. So, very important topics, and that's great. But if you look at the other speakers, Stacy Smith is speaking on orthopedics, musculoskeletal. Some of it affects me. There was some CT stuff related to trauma, Lisfranc fractures, for example, and tumors and other findings. So that's okay. But John Pellerito is speaking on ultrasound, vascular ultrasound particularly, and Beatty and Mahesh, or Suresh rather, are speaking on neurotopics. And I've not listened to a neuro talk, let me be honest with you, in a very long time. And I will hear 12 neuro talks, from head and neck imaging to brain tumors to nerve disease to MS to everything in between, from looking at adenopathy, a whole range of topics. And I've listened to it. Yes, when I go back to work on Saturday, I do not plan on reading head and neck cases or neuro cases. I have enough problem getting through our big stack of body cases. But it was interesting to listen and learn things that I don't do every day and things that I'm really not up to date on. So now I feel much more up to date on head and neck imaging. I feel much more up to date on a lot of the brain imaging and on the ultrasound, particularly vascular ultrasound. If I was home, listen, you could listen to really good lectures from the ACR, the RSNA, from different institutions, from Penn and places like that, or different companies, a lot of incredible material. And you could listen to it at night on the weekend. You don't need to travel, all of the things that we've done during COVID. But as we come out of COVID, I'm asking the question, will things change? Will we go back to having meetings? One of the things I appreciate by being at this meeting is how valuable being in person is, because I listen to a lot of other things that really aren't in my wheelhouse. I promise you, I'm not going to listen to 12 hours of lectures on head and neck and neuroimaging ever, but I did here, or almost 12 hours. I also thought not a surprise, but you meet a lot of people, some people you knew before, some people from around the world, people who know you or heard you, or have questions about what you're speaking about. There's many, many things that as a speaker, I spoke last week. I won't say I gave a great talk, but I gave a great talk. I was speaking at a meeting, I think that was out of Switzerland, on AI. It was an hour and a half meeting. I heard the other 4 speakers who were terrific. I spoke. We had a really good group discussion, and it was great. It was very efficient. I didn't have to go to Switzerland. I didn't get any chocolate either, but The meeting ran for 90 minutes, so it took me about 2 hours. Obviously, I prepared, but I listened to some really good talks, and that was great, but it's not as much fun as being here. Yes, traveling is a pain, and I'm a little bit tired now because it's 4 o'clock if you're in Baltimore, East Coast, 4:24. If you're in France, it's 10:30, so it's a little bit late, and I'll be a little bit tired when I get home, and it'll be a long week next week, but the reality is that meetings are good. It stimulates you, you meet people. In this era of telemedicine where everybody wants to be home, I'm concerned that we're going to lose a lot of the things that made us special. We don't want to be a commodity. Yes, everyone needs CME credit, and it's so easy to get to CME credits, but are you really listening to the talks? Are you upping your game? Are you meeting people? Are you getting stimulated? What is happening? Maybe you're doing all those things. I can't say you're not, but I'm just raising the question. And I did this before. Will CME return to where it was? I think I've mentioned, many of you know, for more than 35 years, I ran 3 or 4 CME courses a year. I haven't run anything since my course in February 2020, right before COVID, and I had a course in Nashville in June 2020, which was canceled, and I've had nothing, and I plan nothing. It's hard to run meetings. If people aren't going, there's no attendance, which means there's no revenue, which means there's no corporate support, but there's no one's paying tuition. And then the cost of running a meeting, from getting the speakers there, airfare, hotels. Hotels are expensive. The food and beverage is expensive. I can't afford to lose money. I can afford to break even. I'm not looking to make money, but I can't afford to lose money. And to me, the risk reward right now is that you're going to lose money. I know some of the societies are doing well. That's great. And hopefully RSNA and other societies will do better. And hopefully places that run meetings like San Diego and University of Pennsylvania will do very well. And that'll encourage people to have more meetings and encourage people to go to meetings. If there's no meetings available, nobody's going to go. And if people aren't going, no one's going to run a meeting. So it is kind of challenging. I think that I think it's tough. I think it's really tough. Um, will things change? I hope so. But again, the other thing is, like I said, I listened to a bunch of neuro talks. Going to a meeting and listening to things outside your specialty is not a bad thing. You get to learn a lot. So let's see. Anyone have a few questions? Hello from France. Where is everyone watching from? Oh, that's Lily asking the question. And here's from Princess Gala. Okay. And she's listening from NYC. Just traveled from Croatia. So I emphasize with jet lag. Thank you very much. Um, it's funny. I wasn't a big world traveler even pre-COVID, so I haven't been to Europe all that many times, and never. I think I've been to China once, never to Asia. Been to Australia once or twice. You forget uh, how tiring it is when you take a flight and you're changing planes and time zones and everything else. So it is interesting, but at the end of the day, it's worth it. I got to speak to a lot of people. I got to give my talks, engage with people, engage with the faculty, listen. So I'm here to say that hopefully, if you get the chance, go to a meeting in person. See if you like it. See if we can get back to where we were, and hopefully we'll do even better. So with that, I'm going to bed. Got to speak twice tomorrow. Speak to you soon. Have a great day, everybody.
So how come you gave the same thing twice?